All right, let's talk about pulls. Here's the deal with pulls, you want to make sure that you know where you're pulling to. So we need to make sure that our roadmap and the way we follow the roadmap and the tools we utilize to get there are consistent. When we look into vertical pull, we're essentially taking a section straight down from the head, and I'll take a parting. And this is going to be more high level. My focus isn't to demonstrate a haircut. It's simply to demonstrate a clean pull and what it should look like. So if I'm going to take a section as a pull, I need to make sure that my comb comes in, connects with the head, and pulls out flat. If I'm scooping the hair, then I'm not going to get a true pull vertically from the head shape. So I need to ensure that my body position is square to the section that I choose to hold, that I'm also pulling this hair straight out from the head. And from a horizontal aspect, you would want to use your mirror that would be on the opposing side so I can ensure that I'm cutting straight up or down. If I'm gonna cut a line straight up or down, I need to make sure my scissor is straight up and down. Oftentimes, we will tilt our scissor out or inward, which then is not gonna give me the line that I've worked so hard to achieve. So we need to make sure everything ties together so that when I go do my haircut, everything is consistent in my line. So if I were to cut, it would be a very clean, systematic line. When you read a horizontal line, you can see that if I drop, that line is no longer horizontal. If I elevate, it's no longer horizontal. It needs to be straight out from the area of the head that it is being pulled from. At any point is not parallel to the floor, you are no longer horizontal. So then I'm gonna talk about a horizontal pull. If I'm gonna take a horizontal line from the head and the objective is to cut her hair flat to the floor, I then need to ensure that this line is being pulled straight out from the head and it is truly flat to the floor. At any point that it's dropped down, it's no longer flat. So the point is understanding the relationship of the hair to the floor or to your ceiling. In all pulls, you're either pulling to the floor, you're pulling to a wall, you're pulling to a corner, to a ceiling, or back to the floor. So you want to have key areas to be clear on where you're pulling to. If I'm gonna cut a line above the head, I'm gonna take a vertical section. I'm then gonna hold that straight up, and let's just say that we are gonna cut a triangular layer. If this line is gonna be a triangular layer, I wanna make sure that when I get this tension, I maintain this tension throughout the duration of the haircut. Oftentimes what we see is people will elevate, then they drop, they come in and cut. You can clearly see how much tension is lost by that one drop. And people do that over and over again and expect the results to be accurate. And what we're doing is we're trying to make it easy on ourselves, but we're not really completing a consistent, strong haircut or line. If I'm gonna do the same thing and I want to cut a horizontal line above the head, then I need to ensure that this line is pulled straight up to the roof as opposed to the floor. And when I bring this up, my comb then emulates the head, comes straight off the head, horizontal, and then I would do my cut. Again, just to illustrate, if I drop this down and come back up, look at the tension that's lost. So for those of you that tend to drop, be very mindful to keep your tension because you took the time to pull it up there, cut it while it's there, and you'll save time in your haircut by less movement. Remember, accuracy is speed.